Welcome back to Biz Freedom Blueprint and session 29 out of the 30 sessions. If you've been with us from day one, I appreciate that and thank you very much. We still have one more day and two essential topics to cover. And if you're just picking up with us, please go to bizfreedomblueprint.wordpress.com. That's the blog that I use, and you should find all 30 videos on there. Go back and review them from the beginning, because each element builds on the other. But today we're going to talk about automating delivery systems, and we've talked this last section 6 is all about on business automation, because our whole goal in Business Freedom Blueprint is be able to create freedom, be able to create that time, and the only way to create time is to be able to automate processes. And starting with the power of automated delivery, what we want to talk about is being able to open that door for your success, be able to keep you be able to walk you out of that loop of having to be at your business every day and only be able to go in there when you want to. So how do we do that? Well, we're going to learn the secret of billionaires. And what billionaires have learned is they've learned how to leverage their experience and their time and be able to create the best results. And what they've done is also the secret of major corporations, where major corporations have created the effort and created the work, and all of a sudden what they're doing is they're starting to move to a section where they can leverage their experience to create this automated delivery system. So what is your goal? Is your goal to continue to run just a small business? And if so, that's great. But if you want to have more time with your family, you should learn some of these secrets, okay? So how can you create your virtual business? And what I mean by virtual business is not that you have to just create a website, but to create it so that you don't have to be at your business. You can run business from the beach in Jamaica, from the wonderful cruise out of Alaska. How you can do what you want to do and be able to run business from wherever you are. So your location doesn't have to be limited to being stuck in a physical location. Now, automating delivery services, what you can do is you can create a joint venture. And what that means is that if you have the knowledge and the product and the expertise, what you do is you venture with somebody who you create a joint venture, and you partner with somebody who has the other elements. And this is very common in certain places, like being able to sell to a retail store, or being able to place your product in a shopping center, where what's happened is that they've become your delivery system. That they're the ones who handle all the customer relationships and handling the product, and what you do is you basically just create the information or create the product that they need to deliver. The other thing you do is you create what's called an entrepreneur, and I really love this element. And what that is that you stop thinking of your staff as people working for you and start thinking of them as entrepreneurs, or as business people in themselves within your organization. And what you do is you empower them to become owners of that part of your company. So what happens is maybe you do own your own retail store, but what happens is you partner with your employees or with your staff so that they run that element for you, and you have to worry about providing leadership. Right? And Walmart is probably the best example of this, where they call all of their employees associates. What happens is they all share in the profits at the end of the year. What they can do is they can hire people and pay them minimal wages, but share in the profits. And what happens is that sharing in the profits creates a strong, motivated staff. So that what happens is that they don't have to worry as much about keeping an eye on their employees, because their employees are owners of the company. Their employees are what are called intrapreneurs. So if you have a manager in your store right now, maybe what happens is you outsource your store, and all of a sudden that manager becomes owner of that store, and you just get a chance to provide leadership and share in the profits. Another thing to do is if you have a strong system that has a lot of strong forms and legalese and structure, you can start franchising your business. And this is what's led to the success of like McDonald's and a number of other businesses, is that they are able to take their concepts, their marketing plans, and being able to sell those to business owners who don't want to have to do that leadership and thought process. They just want to run a business, and are able to pay them monthly for it. Now, this can be a double-edged sword too. You have to watch who the people are coming in running your business, because that can affect your entire business overall. Especially if you're not delivering on the promises that you're making to them, or if you're overcharging them and not considering the fact that your franchise owners need to make money. But make sure that this is actually a very, very strong way to explode your profits and to grow from one location to hundreds, if not thousands, of different locations in a short period of time. But there's also a lot of pitfalls. Okay, now we'll start getting into some of the automated that you don't need to give up some of the stuff for. And what the next one is drop shipping. And what a drop shipping is that you can handle products and not even have a storefront and not even have to carry any products. And what happens is that people can purchase a product either through your store or online, and all of a sudden the manufacturers will ship them automatically to your customers. So if you have a website and you want to create additional products, you can actually automate your delivery service by having another company manufacture and fulfill. So what'll happen is you just pay. What happens is that when you don't pay anything until you make a sale, and when you make a sale, you collect the money, you pay the manufacturer, and the manufacturer sends it directly with your name on it to the customer. Another idea is a fulfillment house, and this is actually very good for information products or whatnot. Is there's actually companies that if you want to have a product delivered to your customer instead of just doing it online, is that they will actually create and fulfill your order for you. And this you could have to watch sometimes, because sometimes they require you to create and maintain an inventory, and they'll just hold them and ship them as they come out. But this is also, I mean, this is what Walmart does for a lot of their companies too, is they hire a warehouse company to hold all their product, and then what happens is when their stores need it, the stores purchase it, and the fulfillment house sends them the products. So the Walmart corporate head office doesn't need to worry about carrying any product. All they worry about is selling them and having the fulfillment house deliver them. So it gives you that ownership, where what happens is that your main goal becomes recruiting and finding the customers. The product and the fulfillment is handled by somebody else. And finally, digital delivery. And in the information age, this is perfect, because people can buy a recording or a book or any kind of video or audio. And what happens? They plan and make the purchase all online, and then all of a sudden, all they get in their email box is a download link, or a file, or they get access to a membership site where they can find and get the information themselves. Right, and this is the ultimate in freedom, is to be able to not have to pay any cost of delivery other than your cost to host a website. Right, so your product may be physical form, which I prefer. I actually prefer physical products, because I know if I give somebody something in their hand, it adds more value to that product and service, and it also cements the sale a little bit farther. But if you're looking at certain passive revenue streams, where people can just download the information and be set with it. But automating delivery eliminates that last final part of having to be stuck in a store. And you can have your stores, you can own your physical locations, and you don't have to be there. Just set up the systems for it. And in our advanced section, if you haven't gotten your advanced DVDs already, pick them up right now. Go to bizfreedomblueprint.com. They're going to be on their way to you as soon as you place the order. So what happens? You place an order, we send you a nice big box. It's going to have a real good thud when it lands, because there's going to be a number of DVDs. It's going to get worksheets and workbooks as well, and it's going to land at your door. And when you purchase it, you're going to open it up and you're going to go to the advanced section of this. And in the advanced section of section 29, you're going to find 5 specific ways to automate product delivery. Not just that we've gone over, but broken down in specific detail that we're not able to do here. The whole idea of the 30 days is to give you a general overview, and what we do in the advanced sections is we dig deep because we don't have to worry about time or file size. So please pick those advanced DVDs up right now, bizfreedomblueprint.com, and we'll see you for a final exciting 30th day tomorrow.